Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO review from BrickByBrick, and today we have set number 75946. This is the LEGO Harry Potter Hungarian Horntail Triwizard Challenge, which contained 265 pieces and retailed for $30 in the US, where it was released as part of the 2019 wave of Harry Potter sets. And, there is an ad for, I believe, all of those. Was there one other? No, I think it was just these four. And yeah, I own two of these. I don't own Hagrid's Hut yet, but I will be buying it, so I guess you'll be able to see all of those reviews eventually. But yeah, the box is kind of what you'd expect from a set like this. Nothing crazy. Shows the figures on the top. The back shows other features, including the interior of the tent. Mine did have two thumb tabs, which I don't think all versions of the set did, but this one, the one specifically that I got, did. So, there's that. Let's take a look at the builds here. We're going to start off with the tent, just because, I think that the tent is pretty decently done. I like the way that they've represented the fact that the tent is folded open. The sides are plain, back is plain, outside pretty plain, but, it looks okay. And if we open it up, it's got a pretty simple interior. You've got a bed, which, you can let one of the contestants lie down on. You do have some stickers inside there, which I think are decent, especially like that Hogwarts crest sticker. I think that's cool. These ones over here are fine, though. And we have a little chest of drawers. I don't know if that's supposed to be a lamp or a potion vial or something. And then we have a little table with two goblets there. And, yeah, overall, it's pretty small. You could stand a figure there, It has a little bit of rock work on the outside, which this side it's kind of strange, but, that side I don't mind at all. But, yeah, it's very small, very simple, but it works decently fine, and it does, from the exterior at least, look decently like what it's supposed to represent. Obviously, though, you can't physically make a tent with more space inside than it appears from the outside, so, I think that for what it is, they did a decent attempt at making, it look good, but obviously you can't do something that's physically impossible. And here we have the Hungarian Horntail itself. It's, a decent-ish size for what it's supposed to be. It does use the same exact wing mold as the old one did, so, it's a pretty similar scale to the original 2005 one. Though, I don't think this one works quite as well. Like, the old one was kind of rough, but at least you could tell it was kind of supposed to be the Hungarian Horntail. I think the biggest problem here is the head. I don't think that this really works. They do their best. They print it up decently well. They attach the horns to the back. It just is not the right shape. So, unfortunately, I don't think it works out all that well. Can breathe fire, which I guess is cool. You can open the mouth up a little bit, but you can't close it if you keep the fire in there. That is done by clipping it onto like one of the hose handle pieces, so you can just pull that out and make it so that you're able to close the mouth completely, but it doesn't really help, so I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I do appreciate this small rocky area where the golden egg is kept, and the golden egg itself is just the egg piece in metallic gold. I'm glad that it wasn't just pro gold. I just threw it away, but I'm glad it wasn't pro gold. I think the metallic gold worked well, and this is decent enough for the little area it's supposed to be, as just a tiny little side build. And the Hungarian Horntail is chained to it, but it's just a little side thing, and I think the Hungarian Horntail is the more important thing here, and unfortunately I just don't think that it's done all that well. You can pull the chain off of the neck, and you can pose the neck up and down. That's gonna fall out a little bit, but I'm just gonna let that be for now. And there's a ball joint up there as well. The legs, got decent articulation. You can move them up and down, as well as splay them in and out. And the claws down there work decently well. You can mostly grab onto a figure, kind of get it to work. Let's see, maybe around the head will work. Yeah, kind of, more or less. It's not perfect, but if you mess around with it enough, you can get positions where it will mostly hold. But I think for the most part those do just look good for posing them on the ground. The tail is flexible as you would expect, if not maybe a little bit more, because you can even rotate this back section here, though that is a little bit on the fragile side. We have a single sticker on the back of the Hungarian Horntail. The wings can flap up and down. You can sort of twist them a little bit side to side, but you know, you can't really like ratchet the whole thing forward. And the other leg is the same as the front leg. There's no real place to put a person sitting on the back of the dragon, though that isn't necessary for this Harry Potter dragon. But, you know, kind of represents some spikes there. I think that it's an okay attempt at making a Hungarian Horntail, but, you know, just that head really kind of kills it for me. And as a result, it's not. The underside of the dragon also is smoothed off. You know, I didn't show you that, so I figured I should. The set does also include Harry's Firebolt, which is kind of cool. Decently built up. I like the, you know, footholds there. And, you know, he can fly it, and it looks pretty darn good, actually. But, you know, gonna have to remove him from the broomstick in order to show you the figure up close. All 4 minifigures in the set are exclusive, though, which is kind of nice. You know, a little bit, I would say, unexpected, but I guess it's not really unexpected for the Harry Potter theme, because the Harry Potter theme does have a lot of sets that features solely exclusive minifigures, so, you know, I'm not going to complain about that, though. The torsos for both of these are pretty good. Cedric gets leg printing that I believe is just reused from, like, Palpatine and other similar robed characters, but I think that's okay. Like, it doesn't need to be anything special. The Harry gets the Lloyd hair from the Ninjago movie in black, which I think works well for his Goblet of Fire appearance. And, you know, Cedric gets the same hair that he got in the CMF series, the first one. But the face that he uses is actually the solo version of Han. And, you know, that actually works out better than I would have expected. And I do really like the back printing on both of these figures. I think that, you know, they look really, really nice, actually. And, you know, I'm really happy with the way that both of these figures turned out. And then we have Victor Crumb and Fleur Delacour, and both of these figures, I think, again, you know, have pretty decent torso prints. But I would say I like the overall design of Harry and Cedric's better, but these ones are not bad. The face prints for these two are a lot less convincing, though. They are also both reused. Fleur's, I believe, was first used on Ellie from Jurassic Park. And Victor's was first used for Sam Flynn from Tron Legacy. And this expression, I think, works okay for Victor, but the alternate face really doesn't. Both faces for Fleur are just kind of okay. But, again, the printings on their torsos, I think, are pretty respectably good for both of them. Maybe the front print on Fleur's is not perfect, but, you know, neither of them are really all that bad at all. And that's all for the set. Overall, definitely one of my least favorite Harry Potter sets. I think that the tent is fine for what it is. I really like the build for Harry's Firebolt, but I wish that it was a whole lot easier to display. As you can see, I kind of just had to plop him up against the side of the tent to make him kind of mostly stand up. The figure selection, I think, is good. Probably the best aspect of the set. And for $30, I think the volume of stuff is okay. It just kind of depends on whether or not you're looking for an actually good-looking Hungarian Horntail. If you're buying this for a kid, I think that they will find, you know, having 4 figures and a dragon fun enough, as well as a little kind of base almost for the good guys. But, you know, if you're a Harry Potter fan who wants things that look good and screen accurate, this isn't really a set for you. You know, you might want it for figures, but that would be about it. And, you know, for me, personally, I think that this will probably get disassembled and bagged up pretty soon. So, you know, that's kind of the best that I've got to say for it. I was going to completely avoid this, you know, but I found it for $15. And for $15, I figured that the figures in Harry's broomstick, whoops, there he goes, but I figured that was moderately worth it, so I picked it up. You know, I guess I don't regret it, but, you know, I would not recommend everyone do the same necessarily. So, you know, that's kind of the best idea I can give you of a recommendation for the set. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.